Thank you. All right, great. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions, if that's all right. So
Okay.
you ready? Yeah. Okay. So how has the release of Hate Myself gone down with fans so far?
Um, with the fans, they seem like they're loving it. At least from what I get from comments online or even the live reaction from these shows that we're currently playing. It seems to be going over really, really well, which it excites me a lot because I thought maybe it was a little too on the poppy side. I've been wanting to get a little heavier, and
Yeah.
and I have another group that I do the heavy stuff with, but we really just tried experimenting with heavy doesn't need to be chug a chug, screamy scream the
Yeah.
whole time, just to like have some heavy undertones. So we experimented a lot on this album, like even if we're writing a song and the melody and the lyrics and it seems a little poppier, we're just kind of, throwing in some of the heavier undertones, and it worked out really well because this is one of my favorite albums we've done.
Oh, amazing. And would you say
Very
that's
excited.
while working with John Feldman at Big Noise, do you think that's the kind of direction you would be going with? A bit more sort of popular music in the future, or
I don't know. John is really, really good at what he does. And he's also an artist himself. So at the end of the day, he just really wants the artist to be happy. And he wants to make, the music sound the best that it can sound. So now being on his label as well, there's just a little more freedom that the band can have. So there was about 2 weeks of time where John was like, just come into the studio, you guys work on some stuff.
okay. Yeah.
I'll kind of oversee it. Come on in, be a band, do your thing, and we'll get it going. So that was really cool because we haven't had the opportunity to do something like that in a very long time,
So you have a
where
bit
it's
of
just
sort
kind
of
of,
creative control, you would say.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. So how has it been with Matty Hoffman recently joining the band? Is he fitting in so far since joining?
Oh yeah, he's been the perfect fit. And him and Eric just did an interview about being the newest members of the band, and just really cool to hear and read their perspective from it, how they both were big fans of the group and
Yeah.
then went around and kind of did their own thing in music, and eventually it led them to being in the group. So I think that adds a lot to the sound because as a fan, hearing what they would want to hear, I think it's going over really, really, really well. But
Yeah.
he's a perfect fit, man. And it sucks because it's like I've definitely done interviews in the past for multiple albums, and I know a bunch of bands are, man, this new stuff is like the best stuff. I swear. But yeah, honestly, some of these solos are some of my favorite solos the band has ever had. Some of the songs, some of the melodies. I mean, just I'm really, really, really liking it. I'm really excited for it.
Oh, amazing. And so you're currently touring alongside Papa Roach, Bowling Reserve and Reverse, sorry, and Hollywood Undead for the Rockzilla tour. How's that going so
Yeah.
far?
Oh, it's going great.
Yeah.
Hollywood Undead. I mean, we toured with those guys so many times, like a decade ago. So some old homies of mine, and it feels so good to be back on the road with them and to see them play every night. Same with Papa Roach, old label mates. Did a couple tours with them. They're killing it. Jacoby's an absolute machine. Like I just don't know how they do it. They're like still just at the top of their game, and it's just so inspirational. And then obviously Falling in Reverse, tons of history there. They were
Yeah.
actually the last band we toured with right before the pandemic hit.
Oh, okay, yes.
So to be back out with them and to see the size of the rooms and to see all the not not only all the history of success they've had, but the recent success. I mean, they got number one most trending video on YouTube and number one after number one. And so it's awesome. It's awesome to tour with all these bands again and play these rooms and just see the reaction from the fans.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. And so you're also doing a headline tour at the moment as well. Is that right? Sort of trying to fit in a few
Well,
dates here and there.
we got a couple headline dates sprinkled throughout.
Yeah.
No days off. That's our motto.
Yeah, and do you find that what do you prefer? Do you prefer being on this tour or being a headline, or is it just sort of different for each night kind of thing?
Yeah, it just depends. I never really mind what it is, as long as the energy from the crowd is there. It could be 100 people, it could be 100,000 people. If the energy's there, I'm having a great time. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. So you have a few festivals coming up soon as well this year. Do you prefer playing at festivals or at live venues, or like, do you ever get a chance to see other bands that you always wanted to see at festivals?
Oh yeah, I've I've had the chance to see a lot of bands that I like that I don't think I'd necessarily be able to see just with my touring schedule. And
Yeah,
sometimes it's just the genre doesn't really match up. So you get an opportunity not only as a fan of music at these festivals to see a bunch of different artists, but as an artist myself, I get the chance. So for Slam Dunk, Gogo Bordello's playing, and
okay,
I'm
yeah.
very excited to see Gogo Bordello play.
Oh, awesome. And that's
Yeah.
Slam Dunk UK, is it? Yeah. Is that
Yeah,
over?
yeah, that's one
Yeah,
of the fests in the UK.
awesome. I should be there actually, so I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys as well. And then yeah,
Nice.
well, it should
Yeah,
be
and
good.
my wife's sister got a chance to go see Def Leppard in LA. And I was
Oh,
like,
awesome.
oh man, I wish I could see them. And then it was like a month later, hey guys, we got this festival. It's Motley Crue and Def Leppard headlining. I'm like, no way.
Oh, sick.
Yes. So it works out sometimes.
Oh, sick. And just one last question. Thanks very much for your time, Craig.
Of course.
So just going back to like naming just a few artists, like is there anyone you could work with any on a new song? Like who would it be and why? Like if you have like a dream artist.
Oh man. Well, I would have loved to work with Chester on a song.
Yeah,
I grew up Chester, Lincoln Park. That was my first concert. Um,
yeah.
Bert from the Used is also a big inspiration to me. We used to jam I mean, I got into my first band, Bless the Fall, by singing to a Used song, and they were
Oh
like, "All
wait,
right,
yeah.
we want you in the
Oh,
band."
awesome.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
um, maybe that's in the future. We are label mates now
Oh
on
yeah, so
Feldy's
it could
label, so
be
who knows?
stars
But
could
that would
align.
be amazing. The stars could align, yeah.
Oh,
So that would
amazing.
be awesome.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I would love to work with Bad Omens on something. That's like my new favorite band right now. Would love
Oh,
to work
awesome.
with Bring Me on something. Hell, I would love to work with Ronnie from Falling on some new music. I
Yeah.
just love getting into the studio and working with other people because it's so awesome to hear what even like another singer or lyric writer, melody writer, whatever, to see how they interpret the music as opposed to how you're interpreting it. And we've done that a lot of times in the past, and it's like it's almost like magic. Oh, I heard it going like this. Oh, well, I heard it going like this. Well, what if we put those two together? Oh my God, that's sick. And
Yeah, so
that's
it just
just, it's one of my favorite parts of making music is making the music.
and I guess
So I
when you have a chemistry with someone as well with another artist, you can just feel it, can't you?
oh
Like
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
yeah. Amazing. Thanks very much for your time then, Craig. I really appreciate that.
of
And
course.
I hope the
Yeah,
tour goes
thank you
well
very
and
much.
hopefully you'll catch up soon. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
All
Thank
right,
you,
look
man.
after yourself.
Hope
Hope
you
you
have a
feel
good
a
one.
bit better today as well.
Yep. Peace, man.
All right,
Have a
cheers,
good one.
man. Thanks. Bye.
Later.